Got you updated. This is Radio Imanzi News in English.
This is Radio Imanzi, broadcasting from Kigali. Here is the news in English, brought to you by Fiona Umuganwa. The headlines. State Minister for Culture Edward Bamoriki called upon the Rwandan youth to draw lessons from country's heroes. Gatuna border reopened today after 3 years of inactivity. Rwanda has launched the EAC pass for COVID-19. The United States and Russia are squaring off at the UN Security Council over Ukraine. Now the news in detail. Pass 1 to the Constitution of the Republic of Rwanda of 2003, revised in 2015, especially in its articles 101 and 106. Today, His Excellency the President Paul Kagame has appointed the following officials. Dr. Ines Nsabimana as Minister of Infrastructure. Engineer Patricia Uwase, Minister of State in the Ministry of Infrastructure. Ambassador Claver Gatete, Ambassador Designate and Permanent Representative of Rwanda to the United Nations Headquarters in New York. President Paul Kagame and the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Patricia Scotland, have announced that the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting will be held in Kigali on the week of June 20th, 2022. State Minister for Culture Edward Bamoriki called upon the Rwandan youth to draw lessons from country's heroes. The minister was attending a Twitter Space event on Sunday, which was organized by social media personality Claude Karangwa ahead of the 27th National Heroes Day, due Tuesday, February 1st. Minister Bamoriki said that it is certainly possible for young Rwandans of today to become heroes, but you need to embrace our three supreme national values, namely patriotism, unity, and hard work. The Tuna border reopened today after 3 years of inactivity. This comes after the government of Rwanda on Thursday, January 27th, announced it will reopen its main border with Uganda as part of efforts to restore the relationship between the two countries. The East African Community Secretary General Peter Matuki said reopening this strategic trade route is in line with the provisions of the East African Community Common Market Protocol and is said to accelerate economic and social development of the partner states. Matuki said that the reopening of the border would also promote peace and security across the region. The move is a reflection of the deep commitment and existing goodwill among the East African Community heads of state to widen and deepen cooperation in the bloc, particularly as the community expands with the anticipated entry of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Rwanda has launched the East African Community Pass for COVID-19. Rwanda has joined Burundi, Kenya, South Sudan, Uganda and Tanzania in launching the East African Community Pass, an integrated platform capturing COVID-19 negative test results and vaccination records in an effort to facilitate verification and authentication of COVID-19 digital testing certificates issued across East African Community countries. The East African Community Pass will facilitate citizens crossing borders or traveling within and beyond the East African region, serving as proof of valid tests and COVID-19 vaccination. Recycled waste from the markets is producing paving stones and fertilizers in Nyagatare district. The landfill in Mirama village in Nyagatare sector, Nyagatare district, has become beneficial to the local community because the waste which comes from the shopping centers and the markets is issued in the manufacture of the paving stones and fertilizers used in agriculture. The landfill was set up in 2018 to solve the problem of waste that was scattered everywhere on the streets near shopping centers and markets in Nyagatare district. Environment Officer in Nyagatare District, Murenzi Emmanuel, says that they will soon be producing briquettes that will help the community to solve the problem of fuel shortage. The construction of this landfill began in 2015 and was completed in 2017 with a total cost of 1 billion Rwandan francs. Now some items of international news. In Kenya, 7 people have been confirmed dead and 13 others injured after a bus they were traveling in ran over an improvised explosive device in Mandela. The police have stated that one suspect has been arrested and the attack was carried out by a gang of 6. The United States and Russia are squaring off at the UN Security Council over Ukraine, with Washington calling Moscow's actions a threat to international peace and security, while a Kremlin envoy ridiculed Monday's meeting as a PR stunt. Russia's deputy UN ambassador, Dmitry Podyansky, tweeted that he hoped other Security Council members will not support this clear PR stunt. U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield said Russia's actions pose a clear threat to international peace and security and the UN Charter. The prosecutor who is investigating whether Donald Trump broke the law by trying to pressure Georgia state officials to overturn Joe Biden's presidential election victory is asking the FBI for security help after the former president railed against prosecutors investigating him. On Sunday 30th, landslides and flooding caused by heavy rains killed at least 19 people in Brazil, while high waters forced 500,000 families from their homes over the weekend. The review of Rwanda Stock Exchange on 31st January 2022. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 137,500 Rwandan francs from 1,100 shares traded in 2 deals on the equities market, while the fixed income market remained quiet. As the share counters closed, Bralirwa closed the counter at 125 Rwandan francs. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 137,500 Rwandan francs from 1,100 shares traded in 2 deals. I&M Bank closed the counter at 45 Rwandan francs. Simerwa closed the counter at 120 Rwandan francs. M10 Rwanda at 180 Rwandan francs. Bank of Kigali at 245 Rwandan francs. Equity Bank at 440 Rwandan francs, Kenya Commercial Bank at 370 Rwandan francs, National Media Group at 1,200 Rwandan francs, Uchuri Supermarket at 104 Rwandan francs, RH Buffalo at 526 Rwandan francs as the market closed. Currency Market Review today, 31st January 2022. Kenyan shilling buying price was 8.9 Rwandan francs and selling price was 9 Rwandan francs. Tanzanian shilling buying price was 0.43 and selling price was 0.44 Rwandan francs. Ugandan shilling buying price was 0.28 Rwandan francs and selling price was 0.29 Rwandan francs. Burundian franc buying price was 0.5 Rwandan francs and selling price was 0.51 Rwandan francs. The US dollar buying price was 1,002 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 1,022 Rwandan francs. The British pound buying price was 1,345 Rwandan francs and selling price was 1,371 Rwandan francs. The euro buying price was 1,119 Rwandan francs and selling price was 1,141 Rwandan francs. With that, we come to the end of tonight's edition.